Hey everybody, Tim and Julie here for another Batman 1966 video. We're almost done. We are in the final countdown. Just doing a two-parter this time. Season 3, episodes 6 and 7. The Unkindest Tut of All and Louie the Lilac. So, the Unkindest Tut of All, the Return of King Tut. What'd you think?
He hasn't changed.
No, agreed.
No. But yeah, he was his typical self.
Okay. For me, this one, the thing that stood out the most was actually, I think it was Osiris is what he went with this time. Like his little, like the woman, his henchwoman, was like so over the top. It was great. And this is one of the few episodes where Tut is one of the villains to actually figure out who Bruce Wayne is.
Right.
By bugging the Batmobile, figuring out and he figures it out. He's like, okay, so this is it. And then they like throw out like, oh no, it can't be Bruce Wayne, and they just throw the whole thing out.
Yeah, the Batmobile with the dummy Batman.
So.
And Bruce Wayne standing there out there with him. And,
like it was so good literally for me up to that point, and then that's when it kind of fell through.
So I thought maybe they had Alfred be Batman again, but then when they got back to the Batcave and they had the dummy Batman.
Commissioner Gordon mentions that the Gotham population is 8 million, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time they've mentioned it. So granted, like I said, this is 1967. As of today, 8 million people is roughly the size of like Chicago or Dallas-Fort Worth in Texas. So, I mean, Batman guarding, like, I don't know. I feel like that number was so far over the top. I was like, wow, 8 million people in Gotham.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Yeah, that's all I got for King Tut. Yep. And then the next episode, Louie the Lilac, his first appearance. We do see him again in the season. Spoiler alert. I recognize the actor because I love old game shows. Like, I watch Password, Password Plus, Super Password, Match Game, Tattletales. I watch all that stuff because I love old game shows. So I recognize Louie the Lilac, but you pulled it out. You were ready. Right. Who was it? Who was Louie?
Milton Berle.
Milton Berle. I don't know why he's famous. Literally, I recognize him from a game show. Like, I don't know if I've seen him act in something before.
I don't remember what he acted in.
But you knew who he was.
I knew who
That's
he
all
was.
that matters. I mean, if somebody saw me and was like, I know who you are, but I don't know why, I'd be like, don't even care. Like, that's famous. Done. So what did you think of Louie the Lilac?
He was okay. Him and his little flower that hypnotized people. Yeah. But yeah, when he got Batman and Robin in the greenhouse and attacked by the
slowly consuming them.
Yeah, the flowers and the hands of the flowers. No hand. Flowers had hands. But, yeah.
I mean, if a clock has hands, a flower can have,
Yeah. But yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. For me, the first time I've seen this, so Louie as well as King Tut, coincidentally, are both created for this series. And Louie, I know, I won't spoil it, but we do see Louie again in a different series. But for me, Louie, I did have to look it up. I'll admit, I cheated. Louie reminded me a lot of Poison Ivy. And so I had to look it up, and Poison Ivy was created first. Poison Ivy made her original debut, not the Pamela Isley that we know of today, but she made her debut in 1966. So literally the year before. So I could see the writers of this series tweaking and kind of like, okay, well, what if it's a guy? Because it's the 60s, so they'd rather have a guy, let's be real.
Yeah.
And like kind of creating this whole motif around that, but with the human consuming flowers and everything.
Yeah.
Like, was very, like, I feel like this is also the origins of poison ivy as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's what I got out of it. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So between King Tut and Louie the Lilac, both characters created for this series, both characters we will see again that I'm not going to spoil in other series. Who do you like more? Who would you rather see again? What'd you think of the two-parter?
I'd like to see Louie.
Okay.
Again. It was okay.
Okay.
King Tut, to me, he's not really a villain.
Right.
You know, he gets knocked out and becomes King Tut.
Right.
Yeah. Louie would be fine to see again.
Okay. Any other closing thoughts for this little shorter two episodes? Nope. All right. So for those who have seen these, what did you think of the return of King Tut? I'll go ahead and spoil it. We do see King Tut at least one more time in the season, even though the season's almost over. And what did you think of Louie? That, again, we will see Louie the Lilac one more time. So what did you think of these two characters? Go ahead, let us know in the comments. Love to discuss it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And we will see you guys next time for 3 episodes.